Hey, Josh Tigg, running T Farms. Just got done moving the cows this morning. We're getting very close to grazing some spring new growth grass here. I just was going to do a little quick video on what we want it to look like here when we get ready to graze it for the first time. A little bit of backstory on this particular paddock. We did graze this one time last year it was around mid-September. We were in moderate drought that progressed into severe drought. We were in severe drought last fall. We grazed this, of course, non-selectively, a high harvest efficiency. It had been rested the growing season up until September when we grazed it. I actually had planned to get a second graze on it last year, and it would have actually not even been in our grazing rotation this year, as we would have allowed it to stockpile. But since we only got one graze off of it last year, it was essentially season-long stockpile because it got dry and the grass went dormant and we didn't make any growth. We did get good rain, this winter and this spring. We've been blessed with pretty good rain. So we'll take a look here at what this grass looks like. We're getting ready to turn in on here in a few days. We're finishing up. We got about 3 acres left on some season-long stockpile that's on the way to this. So we're gonna finish it up, clean it up before we get in here, and then we're coming to here. So I'm going to, got the grazing stick here, if I could get it to stand up. If I straighten that grass up a little bit, it's leaned over. Good solid 18 to 20 inches of grass. Some of it's taller than that. Had some orchard grass over there that's nearly 3 feet tall. So this was the first treatment on it. This is a farm that we just rented. It was pretty much a pure stand of fescue, still predominantly fescue. But we do have a tremendous amount of vetch showing up. There is some curly dock, orchard grass. We've got a lot of rescue grass in places that's coming up too, which it's an annual grass, but the plant spacing in here was pretty far apart. And after we grazed it, very high stock density, non-selective grazing, very high harvest efficiency. The germination of new grass in here is just fantastic, and as you can see, it's now nearly 100% ground cover. There is no bare ground anywhere that I can see. There's some more vetch coming, more orchard grass, but I want to, if I can get down here to the basal leaves on some of this grass plant, I will. I'm just going to pull one off here so we can have a look at it. So you can see that basal leaf is starting to yellow. That means the plant's roots are nice and full of energy reserves. Since this is a cool season grass, we wanted to wait a little bit longer, let it mature. Better protein to fiber ratio. We don't want to scour our cattle. So we'll be over here to get started grazing on this just in a couple of days. So I want to, address, you always hear any of you guys that's thinking about non-selective grazing, taking, maybe you're thinking about having second thoughts about high harvest efficiency grazing, non-selective grazing. You always hear, if you graze a high harvest efficiency, if you remove, this was grazed to 95% usage. We grazed everything down just as close as we could, probably inch and a half on all this grass in a severe drought. Then we allowed it to recover. So this is new growth grass that just happened this spring. So don't let anybody tell you, if implemented right, that non-selective grazing doesn't work. And I'm going to give a hat tip here to Jim Elizondo at Real Wealth Ranching. I would have normally gotten started on this grass a little bit sooner. And you usually in the spring we have problems with scouring cows, and that can lead to some health issues down the road. So that's one of the things that his Total Grazing Academy teaches. I mean, his Total Grazing program is it's a university of grazing, so to speak. He teaches you how to properly graze and rest your forage, and how to take care of your animals while you're doing it. So I would highly recommend anybody, if they're interested in helping out their cattle, their land, and their pocketbook, you can go check Jim out. He's one of the most knowledgeable people that I've ever found in land improvement and grazing of livestock. So, and full disclosure, I don't get anything. I wouldn't tell you to go see Jim if I didn't believe in what he's doing. I don't get paid anything. I don't make any commission. No money involved whatsoever. I just send people his way because I can see, the results are undeniable. So anyway, we're going to get started on this in a couple days. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. As always, you can check us out online at runningtbeef.com. You can like us on Facebook at Running T Beef. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button on the way out, and everybody have a great weekend.